What's going down, Green Screen Entertainment fans? Your boy Jay Green here with another review. Right now I'm giving you my review for Togo. Now this movie is a Disney film and it came out in 2019. Most of y'all out there have probably never heard of this film, and I understand y'all on that one because I didn't ever hear of this shit either. I was actually going to watch Call of the Wild with Harrison Ford and that CGI dog, but the CGI dog looked a little booty. So I was like, you know what? Let me check out one of my reviewers that I follow all the time and see what he says about this film. He gave it a so-so review, but he said another movie that is basically the same thing based on a true story that came out the year prior is even better. And that was Togo. So I decided to check that one out. Hence why I'm giving you my review for Togo. Now this movie is super fucking legit. Number one, if you are a dog lover, you're gonna love this movie. If you love movies with adventure, you're gonna love this movie. If you love movies with character development, stakes, and just everything that includes action and suspense, you are gonna love this fucking movie. This movie takes place in 1925. It's based on a true story about this dog, Togo, and his master, who lead one of the most important sled runs ever. There is a legitimate storm jumping off in Alaska. The entire town is in peril. This disease has broken out, very contemporary for this time. This disease has broken out and it's killing children left and right. If they don't go out of this rural area to get this medicine and bring it back to the town, all these fucking kids ain't gonna see next Christmas. And that's real talk. So the task to leave the town in the biggest storm possible with a dog that is 12 fucking years old and an old ass man on the back of this sled is damn near impossible. That's what you're getting into right now. Now, the first thing that I'm going to say about this film is that William Dafoe does a phenomenal job. This man is a legend. It's William Dafoe, so you know great acting is going to be in place. But let's remember, this is basically a dog film, okay? William Dafoe is working with animals. Now, you can get a lot of great actors working with people and you see amazing performances, but it doesn't mean it's always going to transfer when it's animal and person. This movie is phenomenal. You are not ever doubting the relationship between him and all of these dogs, but primarily him and Togo. You are with them every single step of the way. It's as if you were watching a buddy cop film, or if you're watching a husband and wife going through some crazy shit and hoping that their relationship will make it in the end. This movie, the relationship bond that is built between these two throughout the course of the film is why you're watching this film. Now this movie, just like most other dog movies, starts out with a pup that's going a little fucking crazy. He's smashing shit up, he's tearing crap up, he's messing up the whole order that has been put into place. And this guy, William Dafoe's character, is basically like, he's too small, he's not strong enough, he's not fast enough, he's not worthy of rocking with my sled dogs. But then this dog eventually shows him, not a motherfucker, I am. And then that's how they end up building this bond and this connection. So this movie is also a little bit of a sports film in that the small runt of the litter has to triumph to rock with the big dogs. Now, where William Dafoe and this dog basically turned this movie from, like what I said, that sports movie about the dog trying to triumph and whatnot, and they're kind of showcasing that a little bit throughout the film, where William Dafoe and this dog take this movie into action, suspense, and a ticking clock, which is one of the best things you can have in an action or suspense film, where they have to beat the time, is when they take on this task of going to get this medicine. Remember, they have to travel hundreds of miles. I don't remember how far, but hundreds of miles. This dog is 12 years old. We're talking about the biggest storm possible. Nearly impossible odds for this to be done. But if they don't do it in a finite period of time, the kids in this town are fucking done. That's it. So through every single thing that they're going through, you are on the edge of your seat hoping that they will make it. Oftentimes in a movie like this, a lot of the other characters are very ancillary. They're not needed and you don't really give two shits about them. But in this case, you kind of do care about the characters and you kind of have to care about them and the town and their children, because if you don't, you're not really too worried about them completing the task. You may be worried about William Dafoe and his dogs making it back to town or being safe, but you're not so worried about the task at hand. Now, when a movie can put together you worried about the task as well as the characters, now you are fully on board. And that's how this movie works. This movie is greatly directed by Erickson Core, a guy who's also directed other films and been a part of other films like Invincible, Payback with Mel Gibson, Fast and Furious, Point Break, the newest remake of it, which was garbage, but it looked beautiful. So with his direction and his eye behind the lens, he's able to put together the townspeople, the characters we're following and that we love and that we want to survive, and the task that they have to complete, and make us on board for every single aspect of this story and every single aspect of this film. So flawless direction and flawless acting from all of the characters doing their part for sure. Now, before I give you my final review or my final breakdown of the film, I'm going to say it like this. Remember, I was going to watch Call of the Wild, but it was a CGI dog throughout the entire fucking film. I get it. There was a movie that came out a while ago where they were doing some stupid shit to the dog and then people got pissed off. I feel you. I wouldn't want no dog to be in danger either. But in the end of the day, this movie, clearly they took care of the dogs. Clearly they're outside or they're in a CGI studio or whatever it may be. But either way, they're using real live animals. Dogs can do the job. So when I'm watching the review before for Call of the Wild and I'm watching the review for this one and I'm like, which one am I going to do? I'm going to support the real dogs working, and I think that all of you should go out and or stay in and watch this fucking movie, because again, this is a movie that is very contemporary for our time, but at the same time will take you outside of the house and show you a area of Alaska or a time that is well beyond our years. You feel what I'm saying? So I thought that this movie was great. I applaud all of the technical supervisors and people that took care of the animals and the humans on set and allowed them to put this beautiful imagery on screen. This movie is flawless. This movie is an amazing film, and it is not like most dog films or most animal films where you gotta go through the bullshit just to get to the sad part at the end. There's emotional parts in this film throughout and in the end, of course, but the movie itself definitely has rewatchability. So this movie was great. Once again, Togo, check it out. It's on Disney Plus. It might be on Amazon. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it's on Netflix. Probably not. But anyways, Disney Plus for sure. Check this movie out. Togo came out 2019. It's flawless. Yo, your homie Jay Green. To y'all, I'm going to be bringing more reviews right now while we all on lockdown. I got you, okay? Holla at me.